Hello, hello, this is Mr. Kays, and we're going to be talking today about Central Asia, places we really don't talk about a lot, former Soviet republics. What happened after the Soviet Union fell? Well, they became independent. Former republics realized the dream of independence. Former republics realized the dream of independence. The USSR had 15 republics attached to it, and when the Soviet Union fell, they all went their separate ways. Some of them hung together, though. The Transcaucasian republics. The word Caucasian had white-skinned folks, but Caucasus Mountains is what we're talking about, across the Caucasus Mountains. Places like Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia, Georgia. Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Jordan. It's between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. It's kind of a strip of land. We'll see it on a map. But it was between the Black and Caspian Seas, between the Black and Caspian Seas in the Caucasus Mountains, C-A-U-C-A-S-U-S, Caucasus Mountains. And they kind of hung together. Another group, Central Asian republics. I'm not going to have you write down anything. I just printed it all out. You're welcome. Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. Anytime you see this word stan at the end of a word, you know it's a Muslim nation, Muslim republic. Stan in Arabic means holy ground. Just like Pakistan, Baluchistan, Tajikistan, all these different stans. But they were part of the old Soviet Union. Economic struggles traced to reliance of the USSR. Your economic struggles are traced to the reliance of the USSR. The USSR gave them help as they became Soviet republics. Well, it's gone now. Economic struggles traced to reliance of USSR. Another struggle is courtesy of a one-crop economy. One-crop economy. You can put down cotton. They grow a lot of cotton in that region. One-crop economy. Cotton. There's a desire to tap into oil and gas reserves. The desire to tap into oil and gas reserves. That's in Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, and Turkmenistan. Don't bother putting those down. Just the desire to tap into oil and gas reserves they found there. Could be a potentially lucrative place. Regional ethnic strife included Azerbaijan fighting to retain Armenian Christian region from a separatist bid. There's regional strife, ethnic strife, included Azerbaijan fighting to retain Armenian Christian region from separatist bid. It's been a hot place there at times. Let's turn our attention to Afghanistan. I've talked about it before. In the 1800s, Russia and Britain competed to control the land. Now, why is that? Well, many people call it the crossroads of the world. It is landlocked. It's near Pakistan. It's near the Soviet Union. But it's an area that has been attacked many different times. Alexander the Great, supposedly Napoleon. It's just been a very strategic place. And Russia and Britain competed to control the land. In 1919, independence led to a monarchy. Independence led to a monarchy. They have a king ruling. And democracy failed to take hold. Democracy failed to take hold. Now, pay attention, 1919. This is at the end of World War I. It was granted independence, courtesy of the League of Nations here, and the Treaty of Versailles. It led to a monarchy. Independence led to a monarchy. Democracy failed to take hold. Let's fast forward about 60 years. In 1979, the USSR invades to prop up a pro-communist government. USSR invades to prop up a pro-communist government. Now, Afghanistan is a Muslim land. And when the Soviets come in, a lot of Muslims don't like being ruled by the Soviets. So they hightail it for the mountains. The Soviets have control of the cities, but these fighters control the countryside and the mountains. They're called Mujahideen. Mujahideen. It's Muslim for holy warriors. Afghan rebels fight a guerrilla warfare in the mountains. Afghan rebels fight a guerrilla warfare in the mountains. Aid was given by the U.S. Aid given by the U.S. helped rebels oust Soviets after a 10-year struggle. Say that again. Aid given by the U.S. helped rebels oust, O-U-S-T, or throw out the Soviets after a 10-year struggle. What's kind of strange is Osama bin Laden, who is a Saudi, came here to help his Muslim brothers fight against the Soviets. So for a time, the United States was helping to supply Osama bin Laden and these Afghan holy warriors. A government called the Taliban. They're Islamic extremists who ruled post-war Afghanistan. And they had oppressive rule, restricted lives of women. Women couldn't wear makeup, they couldn't show their faces, they couldn't wear modern dresses. They had to wear these long robes called burqas. Couldn't show their faces. No popular culture, and harsh punishments. So the Taliban was a very fundamentalist government. They aided terror groups. Such as Bin Laden's network, the Al-Qaeda. Their government was finally overthrown by U.S.-led coalition forces. Government was overthrown by U.S.-led coalition forces in search of Bin Laden, B-I-N, capital L-A-D-E-N, in search of Bin Laden. And then finally, President Hamid Karzai faces disunity. He faces disunity, ravages of war, and building infrastructure. And you remember infrastructure is communication and transportation systems. Well, this is Mr. Kays, and we are done with the chapter 34.5. See ya.